Did you know that sprinkling cinnamon on your morning oatmeal or latte could do wonders for your body? That's right! This sweet and spicy seasoning is not just for flavor, it's packed with goodness that can benefit your health in surprising ways. From boosting your metabolism to regulating blood sugar levels, cinnamon has some pretty impressive superpowers. So get ready to discover how this common ingredient might become your new health hero. And let me know in the comments below, what's your favorite way to enjoy cinnamon? Number 1. Regulates blood sugar. Inside cinnamon, there are compounds called polyphenols. These little guys help your body use insulin more effectively. Insulin is like a key that unlocks the door for sugar to enter your cells. When you have too much sugar floating around, your body can become resistant to insulin, kind of like a stubborn lock that won't move. But polyphenols swoop in. They allow sugar to get into your cells where it's needed. Cinnamon also slows down the breakdown of carbohydrates in your gut. Normally, when you eat carbs, they quickly turn into sugar, causing a spike in your blood sugar levels. But cinnamon puts the brakes on this process, giving your body more time to handle the sugar. And guess what? Studies back this up. There is research in the Journal of Diabetology and Metabolic Syndrome showing that cinnamon can indeed lower blood sugar levels, especially in people with diabetes or insulin resistance. Number 2. Lowers risk of heart disease. Cinnamon helps to lower cholesterol levels. You've probably heard about the good and bad types of cholesterol, right? Well, cinnamon increases the levels of good cholesterol, the HDL, while keeping the bad cholesterol, LDL, in check. This balance is crucial for reducing the buildup of plaque in your arteries, which can lead to heart attacks and strokes. Not only that, but cinnamon also regulates your blood pressure. High blood pressure puts extra strain on your heart, increasing the risk of heart disease. Studies have shown that cinnamon lowers blood pressure levels, keeping your heart pumping happily and healthily. And here's the best part, you don't need a ton of cinnamon to get these benefits. Just a sprinkle here and there can make a world of difference. Whether adding it to your morning coffee, sprinkling it on your toast, or using it in dishes like curries or stews, incorporating cinnamon into your diet is a delicious way to support your heart health. Number 3. Improves blood circulation. Cinnamon contains compounds that relax and widen your blood vessels. Think of it like clearing out a clogged up drain. It allows blood to flow more freely throughout your body. This improved circulation means that oxygen and nutrients can reach all your cells more efficiently, keeping them healthy and happy. Cinnamon also has a special power to make your blood a bit thinner. This helps prevent it from getting stuck and forming clots, which can cause serious problems like strokes or heart attacks. So by adding cinnamon to your diet, you're giving your circulation a boost and keeping your heart and blood vessels in top shape. Number 4. Boosts brain function. Inside cinnamon, there are compounds called cinnamaldehyde and epicatechin. These compounds have neuroprotective effects. In simple words, they protect your brain cells from damage and degeneration. One way cinnamon boosts brain function is by increasing levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. Brain-derived neurotrophic factor is like fertilizer for your brain. It promotes the growth of new neurons and strengthens existing connections between them. This is crucial for your brain to learn stuff, remember things, and keep working properly. Furthermore, cinnamon improves blood flow to the brain. The compounds in cinnamon relax blood vessels and improve circulation, ensuring that your brain receives an adequate supply of oxygen and nutrients. This enhanced blood flow not only nourishes your brain cells, but also facilitates the removal of waste products, keeping your brain clean and functioning efficiently. So whether you're having it in your coffee or sprinkling it on your snacks, cinnamon is here to give your brain a high five. Number 5. Relieves pain and soreness. One way cinnamon helps is by reducing inflammation. You know when you stub your toe and it gets all red and swollen? That's inflammation. Well, cinnamon swoops in and calms down that inflammation, easing the pain and soreness. Plus, it blocks certain enzymes in your body that trigger inflammation, so it's like putting up a no pain allowed sign. Cinnamon also improves blood flow. When your blood flows better, it delivers more oxygen and nutrients to those achy muscles and joints, helping them feel better faster. Studies have shown that cinnamon can reduce both the intensity and frequency of pain, especially in conditions like arthritis. So next time you're feeling sore after a workout or dealing with a pesky ache, reach for the cinnamon and let it work its magic. Number 6, supports digestive health. Inside your tummy, there are trillions of bacteria, both good and bad. When the balance tips in favor of the bad guys, it can spell trouble for digestive health. Cinnamon restores harmony by promoting the growth of beneficial bacteria while keeping the bad ones in check. Cinnamon also supports the health of the stomach lining. It's a wall of protection between your stomach and the acids and enzymes involved in digestion. But sometimes things can go messy, leading to irritation or even damage to the stomach lining. That's where cinnamon comes in handy. It contains compounds that strengthen and protect the stomach lining, reducing the risk of issues like ulcers or gastritis. And let's not forget about cinnamon's role in reducing gas and bloating. Ever feel like you're about to float away after a heavy meal? Cinnamon can help with that too. It has carminative properties, which means it alleviates gas and bloating by relaxing the muscles of the digestive tract. Number 7, promotes weight loss. Cinnamon gives your metabolism a little boost. It stimulates your metabolic engine, making it easier to burn those calories and reach your weight loss goals faster. Plus, cinnamon prevents those annoying cravings. You know, the ones that have you reaching for the cookie jar at midnight. Cinnamon adds a hint of sweetness and warmth to your meals, satisfying your taste buds and keeping those cravings far away. Oh, and here's a fun fact: cinnamon can even give your workouts a little boost. Some studies suggest that cinnamon improves exercise performance by increasing endurance and reducing fatigue. So whether you're hitting the gym or going for a run, sprinkling some cinnamon on your meals could be a smart move to help you burn more calories and shed those extra pounds. We've made it halfway through our list, and we sincerely hope you've enjoyed it so far. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and ring the notification bell if you want to see more content like this. Let's move forward with the video. Number 8, enhances oral health. Cinnamon is packed with compounds that have antimicrobial properties. That is just a fancy way of saying that it can kill or inhibit the growth of bacteria and fungi. So when you sprinkle some cinnamon on your oatmeal or add it to your tea, you're not just adding flavor, you're also giving your mouth a little extra protection against the bad guys. Cinnamon also has anti-inflammatory properties, which means it can soothe any irritation or inflammation in your mouth. So if you have a sore spot or your gums are feeling a bit angry, a little bit of cinnamon might just do the trick. And hey, don't just take my word for it. There are studies out there that back up these claims. Researchers have found that cinnamon reduces the number of bacteria in your mouth, which can lead to a healthier smile overall. Number 9, improves skin health. Cinnamon is loaded with antioxidants. These little warriors fight the bad guys called free radicals that can damage your skin cells and lead to all sorts of problems like wrinkles and age spots. So basically, cinnamon keeps your skin looking young and fresh. Plus, cinnamon has antimicrobial properties, which means it prevents the growth of acne-causing bacteria. So if you're prone to breakouts, adding a little cinnamon to your skincare routine could help keep those pesky pimples at bay. And let's not forget about its acne-fighting powers. Cinnamon contains compounds that regulate sebum production, the oily substance that can clog your pores and lead to breakouts. By keeping sebum levels in check, cinnamon can help prevent acne and keep your skin clear and blemish-free. Give it a try and watch as your skin transforms into its healthiest, happiest self. Number 10, reduces menstrual cramps. Cinnamon has this awesome ability to relax your muscles, so when your uterus is having a bit of a tantrum and contracting like crazy, cinnamon steps in and says, "Hey, let's chill out a bit." This muscle relaxing effect soothes those intense cramps and makes you feel more comfortable. Plus, cinnamon is just super comforting in general, isn't it? There's something about its warm, cozy flavor that can instantly lift your mood and make you feel a bit better, even when you're dealing with cramps from hell. And hey, if you're not a fan of the taste of cinnamon, you can always try taking it in supplement form, or even using cinnamon essential oil for some topical relief. There are plenty of options out there, so find what works best for you and let cinnamon work its magic on those cramps. Number 11, boosts immune system. Cinnamon contains compounds that stimulate the production of proteins called cytokines. These proteins are like messengers that help your immune cells communicate with each other more effectively. When your immune cells can chat and coordinate their efforts better, they become a more formidable force against invaders. Also, a study published in the Journal of Scientific Reports has shown that cinnamon enhances the production of white blood cells, the frontline soldiers of your immune system. White blood cells patrol your body, hunting down and destroying any foreign invaders they come across. So by boosting the numbers of these powerhouse cells, cinnamon fortifies your body's defenses against illness. It's pretty amazing, right? Just a sprinkle of cinnamon here and there can give your immune system the extra kick it needs to keep you healthy and strong. Number 12, balances hormones. Hormones act like messengers in your body, sending signals to different parts and telling them what to do. But sometimes things can get messy, and you might have too much or too little of certain hormones. That's where cinnamon steps in. It regulates the levels, bringing them back into harmony. Cinnamon has antioxidant properties, which means it can reduce oxidative stress in your body. This stress can mess with your hormone levels, so by lowering the stress, cinnamon keeps everything in check. Ever heard of hormone receptors? They're like locks that hormones need to fit in to work their magic. Sometimes these receptors become less sensitive, which means they don't respond to hormones. Cinnamon makes these receptors more sensitive, so hormones can do their job better. Also, studies have shown that cinnamon has a positive effect on hormone levels, particularly in conditions like polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, where hormone imbalances are common. Number 13, reduces risk of cancer. Cancer cells are like supercharged versions of normal cells. They grow and multiply at an abnormally fast rate, forming tumors and spreading to other parts of the body. But cinnamon messes up their plans. Cinnamon inhibits the growth of blood vessels that tumors need to survive and grow. It's like cutting off their blood supply, starving the tumors, and preventing them from getting any bigger. Now let's talk about something called apoptosis. It's a big word, but it basically means programmed cell death. Normally, when a cell becomes old or damaged, it's supposed to self-destruct to make way for new, healthy cells. But sometimes this process gets messed up, and cells that should die keep on living and dividing, which can lead to cancer. Studies have shown that compounds in cinnamon trigger apoptosis in cancer cells, making them self-destruct. So cinnamon is like a bodyguard, kicking out troublemakers and keeping everything in order. Number 14, supports liver health. The liver is a hard-working factory in your body, filtering out toxins and keeping things running smoothly. Sometimes, though, it can get overwhelming, like when we eat too much junk food or drink too much alcohol. Now, cinnamon steps in like a superhero for your liver. It contains compounds like cinnamaldehyde and cinnamic acid, which have antioxidant properties. These compounds basically act like shields, protecting your liver from damage caused by free radicals floating around in your body. Plus, cinnamon can even prevent fatty liver disease, a condition where too much fat builds up in your liver. This can happen if you are overweight or have poor eating habits. Cinnamon helps your liver metabolize fats more effectively, reducing the risk of fatty liver disease. So next time you're thinking about ways to support your liver, don't forget about cinnamon. Number 15, supports bone health. Getting older means our bones become more brittle and at risk of conditions like osteoporosis. But guess what? Cinnamon might just be the unexpected hero here too. Inside cinnamon are compounds that stimulate bone formation and improve bone density. Studies have shown that cinnamon extract enhances the activity of osteoblasts, which are the cells responsible for building new bone tissue. By promoting the growth of these bone-building cells, cinnamon strengthens our bones and reduces the risk of fractures and osteoporosis as we age. But that's not all. Cinnamon also contains compounds that inhibit the activity of osteoclasts, the cells responsible for breaking down bone tissue. By slowing down bone breakdown, cinnamon preserves bone mass and prevents age-related bone loss. So keep enjoying that cinnamon goodness for strong and resilient bones. Number 16, improves your mood. Ever heard of serotonin? It's a neurotransmitter, basically a chemical messenger in your brain that plays a big role in regulating your mood. When serotonin levels are low, you might feel blue or even depressed. But here is where cinnamon works its magic. It helps your brain produce more serotonin, giving you that feel-good boost you've been craving. Not only that, but cinnamon also has a comforting aroma that can instantly lift your spirits. You know how certain smells can transport you back to happy memories? Well, cinnamon's spicy scent can do just that, reminding you of cozy moments and joyful times. There are also some studies showing that just the smell of cinnamon can improve mood and cognitive function. Also, adding cinnamon to your day is like giving yourself a little gift. It's like saying, "Hey, I'm important," in the simplest, tastiest way possible. Number 17, supports respiratory health. Cinnamon contains compounds that have beneficial effects on respiratory health. Its anti-inflammatory properties soothe inflammation in the respiratory tract, making it easier to breathe, especially for those with conditions like asthma or bronchitis. Additionally, cinnamon has antimicrobial properties that can help fight respiratory infections caused by bacteria or viruses, reducing the severity and duration of symptoms. Furthermore, the warming and soothing qualities of cinnamon make it a popular ingredient in traditional remedies for coughs and colds. Whether brewed into a tea or added to a warm beverage, cinnamon can provide relief from congestion and irritation in the throat and lungs, promoting overall respiratory comfort and well-being. So next time you're feeling under the weather or want to give your respiratory system some extra care, consider reaching for the cinnamon. So how do you like to incorporate cinnamon into your daily routine? Share your favorite cinnamon hacks in the comments below, and let's spice up our health together. And here's a little fun fact. Did you know that cinnamon was once so highly prized that it was considered a luxury item fit for kings and gods? Ancient civilizations cherished cinnamon not just for its flavor, but also for its perceived magical and mystical properties. In fact, cinnamon was often used in religious ceremonies and rituals, believed to possess sacred powers that could ward off evil spirits and bring blessings of health and prosperity. So the next time you sprinkle cinnamon into your favorite recipe or brew a cup of cinnamon-infused tea, take a moment to appreciate the centuries-old journey of this beloved spice, from royal treasuries to kitchen pantries and now to your table, offering both pleasure and health benefits. Do you find this video informative or helpful? Let us know in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my future videos. Don't forget to like and share. Stay healthy!